Welcome to The Explainer. The gig economy is way more than just a buzzword. It's completely changed how we think about work. So today, we're going to tear down one of the giants in that space, TaskRabbit. And we're not just looking at their success story. We're looking for a step-by-step guide that anyone can use to build the next big thing. Let's get into it. All right, before we jump into the how, let's talk about the why. And really, the why starts with a number that's, well, it's pretty hard to wrap your head around. $455 billion. That's what the global gig economy is projected to be worth by 2028. We're not talking about slow growth here. This is a flat-out explosion of opportunity. A number that big is exciting, right? It means there's a huge opportunity. But let's be real, it can also feel kind of risky. So if you're thinking about building something new, the real question is, where do you even start? How do you get in there and grab a piece of that pie?
Well, probably the smartest way to figure that out is to learn from someone who's already cracked the code. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to decode the entire TaskRabbit playbook, not just to see what they did, but to pull out the repeatable secrets that you can actually use for your own thing.
Okay, so first, just a quick reminder of what TaskRabbit is all about. At its heart, it's what's called a two-sided marketplace. Simple, right? It connects people who need stuff done with local freelancers, they call them taskers, who can do it. But the scale is what's really impressive. They're in over 60 cities around the world doing everything from fixing a leaky faucet to virtual assistant work. And if you really want to understand their impact, you got to look at the value they're creating for people. Just in 2024, the freelance taskers on the platform earned a whopping $177 million combined. I mean, this isn't just pocket money. For a lot of folks, this is a real significant income. But where did that money actually come from? It came from this. Over 1.6 million separate jobs were completed in just that 1 year. That right there, that's the engine of the whole thing. It's a crazy amount of real-world work getting done every single day, which keeps the entire platform buzzing with activity. And what happens when you get all that work done? You get this, nearly 1 million 5-star reviews. Now that is proof that the whole system works. Because in the gig economy, trust is literally everything. And this number shows you what that trust looks like when you get it right. So with all this going on, how does TaskRabbit actually make its money? Well, the business model is kind of brilliant in its simplicity. For every single job, the tasker gets the lion's share, of course, and the platform itself takes a commission, somewhere between 15 and 30%. It's clean, it's effective, and it scales beautifully. But even the best model in the world needs a constant flow of customers. And this is where TaskRabbit pulled off a genius move: strategic partnerships. Their deal with IKEA is legendary. Think about it. It doesn't just find potential customers. It grabs them at the exact moment of need, when they're staring at a flat-pack box, holding a tiny little Allen key and thinking, there is no way I'm doing this myself. But look, it's not a complete fairy tale. While the company is pulling in an estimated $75 million a year in revenue, even a big player like them faces some serious headwinds. On the one hand, you have that solid revenue, but on the other, recent data shows their web traffic has been dipping, and you hear reports about tasker incomes going down. That could point to a saturated market or just the ongoing challenge of keeping your freelancers happy. And seeing those challenges actually makes our big question even more critical. It's not just about copying what worked 5 years ago. It's about understanding the core ideas that make the model work, even through tough times. So what is the secret sauce here? Let's take everything we've learned and boil it down into a blueprint you can actually use. Okay, this is where we make the shift from just analyzing to actually doing. We're going to break down the biggest lessons from TaskRabbit's journey and build them into a clear, strategic playbook for getting to market. You see, TaskRabbit's success wasn't just luck. It followed a pretty logical path. First, they adopted a model that was already proven to work. That let them unlock revenue and reach a wide market. From there, they could get into that market fast, and this is the most important part: build customer trust. Let's really dig into that first step, because it's the foundation for everything else. Here's the biggest cheat code you can have. You don't have to start from scratch. When you use a proven model, you skip the hardest part of launching a new company: trying to explain what the heck you do. People already get it, customers understand it, investors understand it. You're basically tapping into a habit that already exists, instead of trying to build a new one from the ground up. And once you're up and running, this model is just built to grow. I mean, think about how cost efficient it is. Your biggest cost, labor, isn't a fixed salary you have to pay every month. It's totally variable. You have this flexible network of freelancers ready to go. That kind of agility is exactly what lets you scale up from just one neighborhood to covering an entire country. So, okay, let's fast forward. You've launched, things are going well, but in a market that moves this quickly, how do you make sure you stay relevant? How do you actually future-proof your business? The future is all about adding new layers of value, moving beyond just one-off jobs. Imagine offering a subscription for weekly house cleaning. Boom, now you have predictable, recurring revenue. Or what about this? IoT integration. Your smart fridge realizes you're out of milk and automatically schedules a grocery delivery. This stuff isn't science fiction anymore, it's the next logical step. So let's wrap this all up. The TaskRabbit story isn't just a fluke. It's not some one-in-a-million success. It's a powerful, it's a tested, and this is the key, it's a replicable blueprint for anyone who wants to build a meaningful business in this new economy. So there you have it. The blueprint is on the table, the opportunity is massive and clear. The only real question left is, are you going to be the one building the next version of this, or are you going to be its next customer? That's all for this explainer.